For more on those court's decisions today, I'm joined by Michelle Simpson-Turgle. She is a US attorney who represents victims of sexual assault. Well, hello there to you. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. Do you think Harvey Weinstein's got what he deserves?
I do. I think today's verdict is a huge moment for the Me Too movement and for victims that, it's a hard road. We know that these survivors went through a lot and really had to testify in difficult circumstances, but what they did really does matter. And their courage, as we're seeing in this verdict, is going to result in a predator being held accountable who had been able to get away with it for decades.
A predator held accountable. But tell me, why do you think he escaped the charge of predatory sex assault?
I think clearly just based on how long the jury was deliberating, that it sounds like they were deadlocked on some of the issues as it related to the predatory sexual assault. So there was at least one holdout, I think, in there who felt like the state had not met their burden of proving all of the elements for that offense. That being said, I really think what it comes down to is with Harvey Weinstein's age, the conviction with a potential punishment of up to 25 years is in essence a life sentence for him. And the jury has said with their verdict that they believe that he should be held responsible for the crimes that he's committed, that he is a rapist. And so I think that, they couldn't agree on all elements, on all crimes, is not uncommon, and is not to say that they didn't believe the women, but there might have just been one holdout on that particular count.
And do you think, we were just talking about the fact that he does face more charges in California, do you think he's going to face more convictions?
Potentially. I think we'll see what his eventual sentence is as far as how much time he gets. A lot of times prosecutors will communicate with victims and other prosecutors in different jurisdictions to determine if they need to even prosecute that case. But as we have seen in other high-profile criminal cases and even ones that aren't, sometimes they decide to move forward, so those victims have their day in court as well.
Okay, their day in court as well. Well, Michelle Simpson-Turgle, thanks so much for taking the time to join us on Euronews tonight.